ahadi ni deni, na on my previous video niliahidi kuwa nitatengeneza video ya fair value gap, na hii ndio hapa sasa. So on my left you can see these three candlesticks. Hizi candlesticks tatu zinadhihirisha selling phase all downward trend, and on the right there is these three green candlesticks ambazo zinaonyesha a bullish setup ambayo inaonyesha wanunuzi waliweza kununua. So kwa hii setup yetu hapa ya red, unaona hii candlestick hii ya kwanza, it has a shadow below it ambayo tunaita wick. Hii wick haijakuwa connected on the third candlestick wick. You see this wick here. So in short, fair value gap huwa tunaijua on a 3 candlestick setup. Lazima uende kwa market uangalie 3 candlesticks. Kama hapa, this is number 1, number 2, number 3. Na ndio ujue fair value gap, lazima uangalie the wicks formation. This shadow here and this shadow here of the first candlestick. So ukihesabu hizo candlestick tatu, lazima ile wick ya the first candlestick na the third one ziwe hazija connectiwa at any point. They are not mitigating each other, and that's where fair value gap is formed. Na science behind this, najua unaweza jiuliza mbona fair value gap, ama mbona tuongelee kuhusu fair value gap. So kwa kila soko kukiwa na muuzaji lazima kuwe na mnunuzi. If there is a seller, there must be a buyer, so that tunaweza sema there is a smooth trading activity to take place. So on this market kuna hii gap, na hii gap ina maana gani? Wauzaji ndio walikuwa in control of this market, na pia kwa hii setup hata kama kuna wauzaji lazima kuwa kuna wanunuzi. Na hii gap inajidhihirisha kwa sababu wauzaji walikuwa wengi kuliko wanunuzi. Ndio maana there was a gap between the sellers and buyers in this market, and that led into this formation of this fair value gap. Na ina maana gani? Fair value gap, on my previous video uliona price ikienda bado itakuja mitigate at least 50% of the fair value gap, then price ina continue with the prevailing trend. So that's what we call fair value gap. Na ukipata price action ambayo the 3 candlesticks formation like this 1 2 3, ukicount hizo candlesticks, then upate the first candlestick wick which is on top or below it, whatever formation, because when you are going down you will check the first candlestick, the lower shadow, and the third candlestick, the upper shadow. But when you are going up, you will look at the first candlestick shadow, the top one, and the third candlestick lower shadow. If they meet at some point, we call it balanced price action. If they don't meet, we call it fair value gap. I hope tunaelewana. Zikimit hizi candlestick wick, hizi shadows zikimit, we call it balanced price action. Zisipomit at any point, we call it fair value gap. So hapa ni kusema this market was very well balanced. Wanunuzi na wauzaji walikuwa balanced, na they never formed any gap at any point. Na it means kwa hii price action ambayo iko balanced, price haina haja yote kurudi nyuma ikuje kubalance anything, because everything has been taken care of by these weeks. or by these shadows. But on this formation, lazima utasubiri in future the price will still come and balance this formation. Yes, the setup will still be mitigated in future to balance this equation, because there is a lot of sellers than buyers, and vice versa. If the setup was bullish, maybe there was a lot of buyers than sellers. Now, having done that, wacha tuende kwa the normal chart now, tuone hizo price action zetu vile ziko. Okay, hapa nimeona another thing takuja kuelezea baadaye ama kufunza on another video. You can see here there was a gap. This we call it a gap, because kama unaweza angalia hapa hivi chini, unaweza ona hapa chini, you see this circle here, unaona hapa tuko daily time frame, meaning that if this chart is trending on daily, this we call it NDOG, NDOG, new day open gap, lakini nitaelezea in future, but you can still see the price came and mitigated on the 50% of that zone, then price went up. So this is another thing ambayo it's close to, inakaa kama fair value gap, but we'll talk it in future or in the coming video. So wacha tuangalia fair value gap. Fair value gap, kama tunahesabu 3 candlesticks like this, you can count this 1, 2, 3. Then you see here between, there is a gap between this week and this week. So this is fair value gap. And as we can see, if you draw like that, the price almost came to mitigate that zone. You see, price almost came to mitigate this zone to balance whatever was left behind, so that the price could go up. The price usually not, okay, the price usually, okay, price yenyewe haijaumbwa vile inaweza wacha gaps nyuma, so huwa inakuja kwanza ina fill those gaps, then the price moves on. So here it came and it was nearby filling the gap, then it went up. So this was the fair value gap here. That was hiyo ndio FVG. That was our FVG, our fair value gap. If we want to see a balanced price action, tutaangalia like this candle. You see, we count this candle 1, 2, 3. You see here between here, this week and this week are connected. So that is a balanced price action. Haya, tuangalia another example of a fair value gap. Angalia hii candlestick. This is the green one, 1, 2, 3. Hapa katikati kuna gap between this week and this week. You see? Na hapa so tunasema tuko na another fair value gap. You see? From that week and this week. You see? And that week. There was a gap there between. And immediately the price came and balanced it. Immediately, you see? Price came up, then it traded there in the middle. Boom. Then price went up with the prevailing trend. So this is what we call fair value gap. And I told you, if the price went away forming these gaps, it will still come. It has a high chance of coming back and fill those gaps. And you can see how the price was filling the gaps. Okay, wacha tuone another example. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Right now sitakuwafunza how to trade them, but let me show you how to find them. You can see, you can count this candle, 1, 2, 3. You can see there is a gap there in between. You see, there's that gap. Okay, balanced price action. Let's go back and see if you can see a well balanced price action. Yeah, kama hii is a well balanced price action. You can see this candle, 1, 2, 3. You see, 1, 2. Okay, 1, this red candle, 2, then 3. Here in between there is no gap there. See here, the wicks are connected. That is a balanced price action. So that's how we spot fair value gaps and balanced price actions in the market, or when we are trading financial instruments. So that's for today. Next time I'll create another video for liquidity voids, or what we have seen like NDOG, new day open gap. There's another thing we call annual new week open gap. So there's those gaps. We still learn about them in the coming videos. So keep following for more videos.